Civilization Start Over, episode 30. So if you end up enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. It should really help. So let's get straight into it. So the first place we're going to is this Korean area right here. As we're going to go to the religion layer here, and we're going to see a new religion pop up in this same area. This will be what we call Korean nationalism. Korean nationalism. This religion was made because there's a large paper saw brought by the people of Korea saying how they're the First Nations, they're the holy nation, so this religion who encompass this nation and this nation, as it will even start spreading into the Blue Nation, which will really like this religion, as Korean nationalism will sweep through all of Korea, which is where its starting point is. And we're going to see China start doing weird stuff to the Korean religion, as they don't call this religion Chinese, so they'll be forcing these red religion people to move to the red nations, which are all in this area, by the way. Sorry. So yeah, this new religion has came, and it's looking like the almost biggest religion on earth, as we're going to see this religion also change the ideology of the nations that encompass it, as the ideology of the nations that will have this religion will fully change into Korean nationalist, as this means these nations call themselves Korean. They're not gonna change. They say they are fully Korean. They will never change, as this nation will this ideology will sweep through all of this area, as we see these three nations all start calling themselves Korean. And we might even see some stuff, as we're even going to see a new economical alliance be made for these Korean nationalist nation, as this economical alliance will be a square shaped, as this will be called the Korean Economical Accord, as obviously Korea will be in it, the blue team and the orange team, as that's not the only thing, as these nations will even create a military alliance, and this military alliance will be called the Korean Pact of Steel, as its shape will be a square. I know we already have a square economical alliance, but that alliance might be ending very soon, as this economical military alliance will encompass Korea, the blue team, and the orange team. I don't know if this nation is Korean national. So yes, this is the new thing that's happening. And this alliance right here is fully dissolved, as these nations are really now getting on each other's throats, as they now hate each other, absolutely despise each other, as now we're going to see the Danish release one of their oldest colonies that let them gain all this colonial empire. As the colony they will be officially releasing from their grasp is a colony that now no longer thinks is a colony, but it will be shown that it is a colony, and that colony is Scotland. Scotland will gain independence shortly after, followed by Ireland, as they decide to stay into one union because they call themselves Danish, and no other country in the world calls itself Danish except for Denmark, obviously, because Denmark is Danish, as this is like the Greenland of Denmark. And they will make their capital down here. I don't know why this. Sorry. Yeah, Denmark is really doing a lot of decolonization. Talking about decolonization, you know this large accord. Well, this accord doesn't like colonization, as they call it something that the nations are using to bring countries evil. As this accord doesn't like colonization, that's why they actually forced this nation to spit out this, as they will put out an accord saying that every nation that shall join this will have to decolonize most of their colonies. So yeah, that's great. And we're also gonna see a colonial revolution, as in this South African colony right here. This colony has been held by the Benelux with an iron hand, as a large revolution will be sweeping through this area calling for independence. As this revolution will start in the main South African areas and gain that country's support, as after that they will start funding a lot of independence revolution. There's another gold one. This won't be the true color who say they want independence, as this is bad for the Benelux, as the Benelux are trying to send troops. They're going all the way here and sending troops here, but this, for some reason, this is so strong because it's being funded by this. Yeah, the Council of Nations is funding this colonial revolution, as they no longer really like colonial powers, as a lot of council members, as the Council of Nations depicts colonialism as an evil thing, as South Africa will start moving, and Benelux who have to go and sit down with these troops to have a talk on how they will divide this area. So I'll be back when I'm done. So this is the peace treaty, as now we have the second ever African nations in the modern time, as now we have officially reached 1925. So these nations are very old, as these nations are feeling a little bit terrified because there's colonial revolution. And looking at the power rankings, the fourth dam strongest nation couldn't hold down a colonial revolution. So now these nations are feeling like they're cooked, and they're right to feel like that because a lot of colonies are now feeling like they're being suppressed, and they are. So that's horrible. So that's amazing. As this power right here is struggling to hold its own, as their colonies are now really useless, as it's it's stable, but it's gonna collapse right now, as it's gonna go from a green stability all the way to an orange stability, as this country was one of the most stable nations on earth, but now it's very unstable. So yeah, so we're going to see something happen in the Suez Canal. So as I was saying, we're going to see something happen in the Suez Canal, as Turkish ships, while going from Turkey, they want to go and trade with China right here, while going through the Suez Canal, will be bombed by Greece. But Greece will hide this, as they don't know which country bombed them. So Turkey will end up deciding, because they know Greece's original power, they think it's this blue nation which bombed them. This nation is very unstable. Not that unstable, but it's AL stability, which is not that popular since most countries right now are colonized. So yeah. So as I was saying, we're going to see this country officially, the Turkish, officially invade this nation, as the Greeks are really doing well in managing to hide this, as the invasion is going well, as they even managed to capture this major city, which was very important. As we are even going to see a large revolution, as this obviously will switch that stability from a yellow, all the way to a dark red, since they're collapsing and they're unstable now. So that's pretty bad. Oh, this is straight up history. I stopped updating this long time ago. I think I can delete it, but just for historical. So this revolution is pretty known, as it will not just happen in this area, as Greece is not doing well in sustaining the Egyptian colony, as now they see that there's a large revolution of good nations, so they will rebel. So they will rebel, going down the Nile areas here, going for this major city, as this country, seeing how they're almost gonna be cooked, as they'll make a treaty with them to not capture the capital, and this nation will fully surrender. But now we're going to look at this, as the Greeks are really failing to keep hold over this, as they're even managing, as they lose all of their southern area, and this former capital. And yeah, Greece has just lost their colony, but it was actually predictable that Greece was going to lose their colony because their colony was very unstable. The country itself wasn't unstable, just the colony. So yeah, I didn't show it since it was just the colony. So let's look at this peace treaty. So this is the peace treaty. As Anatolia will take this whole area right here and the Suez coast of this nation, as Egypt to be another nation that gains independence from this war. So more and more African nations are rebelling, which is pretty good. But the other colonies will manage to keep their hold. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the Korean Peninsula, as we saw this religion come back to power. This religion come as what we're going to see is this religion spreading more into these other Korean nationalist nations, as this religion is the original red religion, as this red religion has changed greatly. So this will spread all over these classical nations that used to be red religious, as this religion is really spreading far, as this is how much it spreads without any help. As yeah, this will bring the addition of more nations into the Korean military alliance, and the nations that will join this alliance will be this it's economical alliance, will be this nation right here and this nation, which are actually all of the Korean nationalist nations. So that's absolutely amazing. And now we go to economical alliance is the exact same as as this country joins and this country joins. So yeah, that'll be the end of this video. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
As you can see, the plan is going to set with the decolonization and the Korean Union on the road. We will see the power of our plan, as we will rule the world. Yes, sir, your plan is going well.